guys, and welcome. For any relationship to work, it demands an effort from both parties. It demands an effort from the feminine side, and it also demands an effort from the male side. And this afternoon, I'm not talking about the male-female relationship. I'm talking about the relationship of the friendship, the new camaraderie between the president and Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, because the pact that they signed, for it to work, it demands an effort from both sides. It demands an effort from the Raila side and the team, and it also demands an effort from President Ruto's side and the team. And this is the focus of this video this afternoon. I want to dissect this newfound friendship between President and Raila Amolo Odinga, whether it's going to have an impact on the 2027 general election or it's just another hot air. A very warm welcome, guys, to my channel this afternoon. And if it is your first time on my channel, could you kindly just spare a moment of your time and hit that subscription button and put on a notification bell as well, so that when I do subsequent videos, you'll not miss out. Well, it's been a week full of political rhetoric ever since Raila Amolo Odinga decided to pour his weight behind William Samoei Ruto. It has been a talk of town, and the two individuals have been occupying the front page of the newspaper, because it seems these guys are in this thing until 2027. So we just want to see, because in politics we normally say anything and everything is possible. In politics, a day is so long in politics, and even as we end to 2027 general election, a lot is going to happen. There is going to be realignment and alignment, either from both formations, and this tells you why it's very important for the two partners, or the two politicians, to make this relationship work. The signing of the pact, President William Samoei Ruto has embarked on a city tour. He has embarked on a 5-day tour within Nairobi and its vicinity, and President William Samoei Ruto was in Kasarani, he went to Mathare, he went to Kariobangi, he was in Lang'ata, today he's in Kibera, and he was in Kangware yesterday. He was also in Kangemi. So he's been doing a city tour. He's been trying to engage people and doing his best at perhaps to introduce the handshake to the people, to explain to people why he has decided to work with Raila Amolo Odinga. From where I sit, when I look at President William Samoei Ruto, I can tell he is determined that this relationship should work. He's really trying his best to make sure wherever he go, he try his best to make sure that people understand the reason he had a handshake, or the reason he has introduced a broad-based government. And this is a good move, because for any relationship to work, it demands an effort. And from where I sit, I can see President William Samoei Ruto has put on an effort. It is also important to note that President William Samoei Ruto foot soldiers, Akina Cherargei, Akina Oscar Sudi, have been singing praises to this handshake. They've been saying that it's a good thing that happened to the country, and the country is so much united at this moment. It's also important to note that yesterday there was an election of the committees in the parliament, and Raila Odinga's foot soldiers were the largest beneficiary of what happened yesterday in parliament. Budget committee was taken by Atandi, who is a strong Raila Amolo Odinga's diehard supporter, and it shows that President William Samoei Ruto is walking the talk. He's doing his best to make sure that people understand why he chose, or why he had decided to work with Raila Amolo Odinga. On the other hand, Raila Amolo Odinga was on the weekend. During the weekend, he had a meeting, and he said very interesting words that we cannot afford to ignore. Raila Amolo Odinga said that it is the president who came looking for him, and it's not the other way around. It's not him that went to look for the president. And that tells you that Raila Amolo Odinga is still a step back, because this comes on the backdrop of what happened in Kisii. During the weekend, Raila was booed in Kisii. He was echoed, and he was heckled rather in Kisii, and this tells you that perhaps the guy is developing some cold feet, because he knows there is a price to pay if he decides to join, or if he decides to have a partnership with William Samoei Ruto. Kisii, remember, it's an ODM stronghold. Kisii is one of those regions that Raila Odinga party is so popular. The ODM party is so popular in Kisii, including the Kisii senator is is an ODM senator, or he was elected on ODM party. That tells you that Raila Odinga enjoys enemies. He enjoys a vast support in the Kisii region. But the heckling did not sit down well with Mzee, because it seems Mzee felt a little bit embarrassed, and he's slowly walking back on his word. I began my video by saying that for any relationship to work, it demands an effort from both parties. It demands an effort from the opposition side, or the Azimio wing, or the ODM side for that matter. It also demands an effort from the president side. In this relationship, based on my perspective or what I'm seeing, one party is making an effort and one party is still reluctant. The president part is making an effort to make this particular relationship work, but the other side, it's not making an effort at all, because Raila Odinga has been unable to woo his foot soldiers in Nairobi in this President City Tour. Remember, Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna has been missing in action. Babu Owino has been missing in action. Yesterday, President William Samoei Ruto was in Kangemi. Kangemi is an ODM stronghold. Kangemi is where Tim Wanyonyi is a member of parliament. Tim Wanyonyi did not show up in that particular meeting. That tells you that Raila Amolo Odinga is yet to put his house in order, and perhaps the center will not hold until 2027 general election. It seems that these guys may part ways, or may again have to relook the pact that they signed. It is important to say that the pact they signed, they termed as a working relationship. They say that it's just a working partnership, and it does not mean that they've endorsed President William Samoei Ruto to 2027 general election, because each party has its own ambition, and ODM has ambition as well to have a presidential candidate on the ballot come 2027. So I'm yet to understand how this is going to play out, because it seems one side is moving, one side of the relationship is working, and the other side is not working per se, is not putting the effort that demands this particular relationship to work. I don't know your thoughts about this Raila-Ruto relationship. I don't know what you think. Is it going to work, or it's going to crumble before 2027? If you have your own thoughts or particular perception or a perspective in regard to this particular topic, could you kindly just drop a comment below, and I would be glad to read what your sentiments as well. And if it is your first time on my channel, could you kindly just spare a moment of your time and hit that subscription button, and put on a notification bell as well, so that when I do subsequent videos, you'll not miss out. Adios, have a lovely afternoon.